My love life is incredibly awkward. Yeah. I know you guys are thinking like, yeah, you know, you definitely give off that aura. You look like that. Just describe the whole life. I grew up in a family filled with women. But to this day, I still don't know how to interact with them. Ladies, I don't know if you know this, but you're like really intimidating, right? And I'm pretty sure you think the same of us, right? Because like when you're trying to fall in love and date with someone, there's just like this back and forth passion where you're like, oh, I just want to love you. It's like this weird dump you need to take. Because love is crap. Then we do these weird things to impress people, right? That we think are cool, but which are actually not, right? Like when I was 7 years old, my sisters used to bring their friends over, and my idea of impressing them was flinging a door open, screaming at the top of my lungs, shutting the door abruptly behind me and thinking to myself, now they've had a real taste of Daniel. Because I'm irresistible, baby. Or like maybe that was like my way of preparing, right? Like for the future. I was like, if I show them how shrill and high my voice is now, then imagine how impressed they'll be when my voice drops. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm 25 and I'm pretty sure I haven't finished puberty. Yeah. In fact, my natural voice can go entire octaves higher than it already has. You see, I sound like a lady instead of a man, so I try to sound more like a man instead of a lady, which is ironic, because I sound like a lady anyway when I do my normal voice, because I sound like Margaret Thatcher. Prime Minister of England. 1 point. Right? And then I became a teenager, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you thought I was awkward with love in childhood, it's about to get a whole lot worse. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I just didn't talk to girls. And I had a good reason for this. Right? I had a good reason. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you see, like I said, ladies, you're very intimidating. And when I used to talk to girls, I used to get very nervous. When I got nervous, I used to sweat. But this wasn't that, like, regular sweat. This was that teenage pubescent sweat. This was that sweat where your body is literally playing a game of Twister with you. It just picks a random body part and it's like, well, I guess you're sweating from your calves now. And I was also 300 pounds. So while you guys were, like, regularly sweating, I was the water source for the River Nile. Yeah. That's a geography joke for people that play geography games on the weekends because they don't have dates to go on. Or in other words, married people. I love you, married people. No hate. The other awkward part about it was that I just never sweat from like regular places. Right? I didn't sweat from my forehead or the armpits, right? I would have killed for armpit sweat. Do you want to know where I did sweat from? Underneath my breasts. The ladies get it. Yeah, you guys know. You know what's up. But I still can't get a text back? So I just stopped talking to girls. Right? I was like, no, it's good. And it worked out. It worked out well until I turned 16 and I had to take a girl to the dance, right? Because I didn't know any girls because my boobs wouldn't stop sweating. So I asked my popular cousin, I was like, can you help me get my sweaty boobs out? And he's like, yeah, I can help you get your sweaty boobs out. Right? So he's like, yeah, I'll hook you up with a blind date. Enter Amy. For convenience purposes, we're going to call her Amy because that's her real name and I want you guys to hate her just as much as I do. I met Amy at the pre-drinks party. She said hello, I said hello, and then she disappeared. Then I found out she went to the bathroom. So trying to be a good date, I was like, me and my sweaty boobs should go check on her. Right? So we went up to the bathroom door and I began to hear sobs. That's not how she cries, that's just how I want to remember it. She's an ugly crier. I put my ear closer to the door and I heard clear as day the words, "He's just so fat." She acted like I was going to take her to the altar that night. So just realizing that I had lost my date entirely, I decided to put on my childhood charm. I flung the door open. And I screamed at the top of my lungs. And then I shut the door behind me, because I'm Daniel, and I'm irresistible, baby. And now we come to present day. And I lost a lot of weight after that dance. It's like a revenge body thing, but as you can tell, old habits die hard. I've been gaining a lot of weight, and this is 100% true. The more weight I gain, the more people keep confusing me for a female. Which I think is really difficult, because I have to be a pretty butch female. Like, you have to be assuming like I'm a 40-year-old lesbian woman, like Theo, right? Look like a character from Orange is the New Black. It's wild. Which brings me to my final story for the night. So I own a meme account, I run it, it's called Provo Her Life, you may have heard of it before. I'm just like a little bit famous, kind of like David Archuleta. Right? And so I've had these new experiences happen. One of the new experiences is that I get girls sliding in my DMs. Just fun, that's never happened before, so I was like, okay, this is cool, this is cool. I had a girl slide in my DMs and she's like, I want to take you on a date. And I was like, do it, right? She was like, because I hadn't gone on a date in about 6 months at that point. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. But there were a couple of red flags. She was like, I'm gonna pick you up in this dirty car. First red flag. Then she was like, I'm gonna take you to the Nickelcade. We were both 25 years old. Second red flag. She's like, I'm gonna take you to frozen yogurt. I'm lactose intolerant. Third red flag. Then she was like, I'm gonna take you to Squaw Peak. Yeah, I don't need to explain what goes on at Squaw. In fact, how many of you are from Utah? That is where you were all conceived. Facts. Like a teenager, there's a lot of sweat up there. Condensation. Right? But I wanted to go up, so I begged her. I was like, please, let me just go up. And she was like, no, I insist. So that succubus took me to the peak of the mountain. And at this point, I knew that the only way to get out was to make out with her, right? So we start making out. And she's like, she puts her hand on my chest, and she's like, why is it so moist? It's like, never mind, just keep kissing me. I need to get home. Right? So her hand is like resting on my chest, and as we're making out, her hand starts like moving down. And then it cups, ladies and gentlemen. And then it pulsates back and forth and back and forth. So I go into my normal voice and say, excuse me, what are you doing? She's like, all the lesbians I make out with love this. And I was like, lesbian? I'm a man! She's like, so you're a fake lesbian? At which point I knew I had to turn on my childhood charm again. So I flung the car door open. I went out and I screamed at the top of my lungs. Then shut the door behind me, because I'm not a fake lesbian. I'm an irresistible lesbian. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.